I've never had a knack for languages, for the timbre of them. I've tried to learn these languages, these vocal instruments. Despite my best efforts, English ties me back to itself. I may not have a multiplicity of languages, though I've sat and listened to Italian poems, French movies, struggled through German conversations, been surrounded by Spanish, and incorporated Arabic into my studies. All I can do is love languages from afar, an isolated monolingual speaker, listening to the phonetic music of a cacophony of languages.
Access to a language that is universally understood, but it's a language that is used much less than it is consumed. Fluctuating noises harsh and powerful, clear rhythms soft and sweet. A tool to celebrate for those joyous and happy folk, a way to calm for those who say goodnight. 4 strings, 6 strings, 88 keys, hit hard in leather with bamboo sticks if you so choose. Neither a gift nor talent, but a form of expression, but easier to express as the years progress. You can write a tune more soothing than a warm pool. I can't fall asleep without a guitar in my head. I can't dream without an instrument beside my bed.
My father would tell me it was a nightmare. It wasn't real, every time I asked about the story in my head, every time I asked about the ants. It wasn't until he found me muttering obscenities as I stomped an anthill mercilessly that I discovered it wasn't a dream.
During my third ever postgraduate lecture, the professor walked in, took one look at the new batch of fresh-faced academics in front of him, and flung himself across the podium so that the top half of his little body was dangling precariously close to the front row. He was the epitome of an old British geezer, big bucked teeth, missing most of his hair, and had a pair of circular spectacles hanging off the tip of his nose. He sighed heavily, lifted his head from its resting position, and looked us dead in the eye as he said, "Sorry if I don't seem too keen on being here. It's just that the Board of Studies just told me that I have to use PowerPoint this term. I fucking hate PowerPoint. It's ruining the state of education." This got a laugh from the class. "No, really, it's fucking obscene, it is. I won't be using it, and I can't be bothered what the board has to say about it. That's all education is now, isn't it? Bloody fancy baubles and nice buttons. Doesn't matter to fuck if the content's there. It's just gotta be in fucking PowerPoint, man."
Slide. New slide. Duplicate slide. Slideshow. Slide animation. PowerPoint.
When I was 8 years old, I slid down the slide and I twisted my ankle. I mostly did it for attention, but then it actually really hurt.
When I was in middle school, my middle school, well, it wasn't very large. There were only about 200 kids, and there weren't a lot of teachers either. So everybody got all their electives, and sometimes you wouldn't get the electives you wanted. Now, I suffered from this by being forced into a dance class. I was a really awkward middle schooler, and of course this only made things a little bit more awkward. Back when I first started, I was kind of a chunkier kid, and so my friends would always joke about me having cankles, and that my whole body would jiggle because I had flabby calves and cankles, which I don't think I actually had, because that's supposedly when you have like fat rolls around your ankles. But you know, that's the story of my awkward dance phase, which I'm still going through.